So, I usually talk about how much I love the book Carrie on this channel, but this time I've decided I'm going to do something a little different and talk about everything I don't like, or specifically the one thing I don't like about Carrie. Welcome back to BG's Books. I'm Mr. BG, and today I will be talking about the one thing I do not like about my favorite book ever, Carrie. So, if you guys know me by now, you will know just how much I love Carrie. Like, it's really one of my favorite things in the whole world. I just keep referencing it somehow, or I just keep talking about it somehow. But as much as I love it, I literally say it's the greatest work of fiction ever written, and I'm not exaggerating with that. But I do have one problem with it, and I will discuss that in this video. And I will give you a hint. If you watch my intro, you'll already know what it is. If you know me in real life, you'll already know what it is. But yeah, so anyway, let's get right into why I don't like this particular thing about Carrie. And this is going to be very controversial, is the entire ending of the book. So, the rest of the book is fantastic. It has great build-up, it has great suspense, and of course the prom scene happens. But then the one thing I don't like is just the ending in general. First of all, I mean, it's just way too depressing. And I mean, I get that that's how it's supposed to be for a tragedy, and it's not really the fact that it's depressing is what I don't like about it, but it's specifically, sorry, I just could not talk there. It's very specifically about one event that happens in the ending, which is Carrie's death. So this is the one that's very controversial. A lot of people I've talked to say that Carrie's death works. In fact, they say that the story wouldn't be as strong as it is without Carrie dying. But I gotta disagree, and I'll tell you why. So Carrie is my favorite Stephen King character. In fact, she's my favorite book character, just period. And so, of course, knowing that, her dying, will kind of make me a little sad in general. But another reason why I think that her death is just way too unnecessary is that she very clearly wanted a better life. And she kind of can't have a better life if, she's dead. Because throughout the book, she says that she just wants to be seen as normal. She wants to have a normal life. She doesn't want to be picked on anymore. And I mean, I guess that's sort of true. When she's dead, she won't be picked on anymore. But except she kind of is, which I'll get to in a second. The point is that if Carrie dies like she does, when Carrie dies, all of her ambitions and goals and dreams and stuff just can't happen anymore. And that is like just super sad. I really want Carrie to succeed in life. Getting revenge on the bullies isn't enough for me. I want her to actually have a full, long life and just have a happy life, be somewhat normal. And unfortunately, Stephen King just did not decide to give her one of those. And that is still my biggest complaint with Carrie out of all of them. And yeah, and another thing is that after she dies, the entire town, Chamberlain just kind of dies, which I don't have a problem with in of itself. But the really problem I have with it is that since Carrie is dead, everyone who talked about Carrie is seeing her as the villain, and she doesn't get to give her side of the story. How she was bullied and how she finally hit her breaking point and stuff. So it's really not the fact that she dies, I guess, that bothers me. It's really the fact that she doesn't get to be innocent like she was in the book. Well, I guess she wasn't innocent, but she doesn't get to explain herself for her actions and maybe kind of get off the hook a little bit. Instead, she dies. No one except for Sue says anything good about her, so she's just seen as a villain that just destroyed the town for whatever reason. The bullies are never like called out for it. Yeah, most of them die, but the bullies are never like it never inspires an uprising against bullying and stuff. And so, like, that's really the biggest problem I have with Carrie, is that she dies, and because of that, she never gets to explain herself and have a bit more of a positive ending. I understand that's not what Stephen King was going for, but I still would have liked to see it, because, you know, like, it's all about bullying and stuff. And I think that if the bullying was at least called to attention more in the ending, like, okay, so all this happened because of a bullying incident, maybe we should do something about that. I think that would have been a more positive ending. Even if she died, like, afterwards, that would have been okay, but I would have at least liked her to explain herself before she died. So that's all I wanted out of it, and I just did not get it. So that is really my biggest issue with Carrie. And yeah, I know this sounds like a bit of a rant, but I really do love Carrie the book, and yeah, her dying and the effects of that is just really the worst part about this whole thing. But that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my video for the one thing I did not enjoy about Carrie. As I said, it will be very controversial because a lot of people actually prefer this to what I believe. But, you know, that's what opinions are for, right? So anyway, in the comments, do tell me if you like the ending the way it is, or if you think something different should have happened like I did. It doesn't have to be exactly what I think. It could have been something completely different that would also work for you personally. I'm not asking for, like, facts here. I'm just looking for opinion pieces here. But anyway, so yeah, that was just the one thing I did not particularly like about Carrie. Again, I love the book. It's the greatest work of fiction ever written. I love it to death. It's like my favorite thing ever, but I just had that one minor problem at the ending. But everything else about it is literally perfect. So, I mean, I just had that one minor gripe, and that's it. But anyway, so yeah, as I said, please let me know what you guys think about Carrie's death. Do you think it works? Do you think it was too sad? Do you think it didn't need to happen at all? You know, stuff like that. I always love reading your comments. I love engaging with you guys. But anyway, yeah, that is the end of this video. Next video will be something more positive, I promise. And also, I forgot to mention that it's almost Carrie Day. Tomorrow, on the day that I'm recording this, it is April 4th, but tomorrow, April 5th, Easter, is also Carrie Day. It will mark 52 years since Carrie's publication, so I thought it would be kind of fun if I did a Carrie video close to the publication date. So yeah, little fact there. But anyway, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me any problems you had with Carrie. Maybe not even the ending, just problems in general. Tell me about the ending. Just you know, comment down below. Say something. I love reading your I love reading your comments. I just cannot talk today, apparently. But yeah, that is it for me. I've been Mr. BG. This has been BG's Books, and I will see you guys in the next video.